Hello, this is your 10.3 tutorial. To begin, we'll select with the A, the top left-hand corner of the screen. Start with a new drawing. Make sure to load your McFatter template. Mine is saved in my documents. McFatter templates. For this drawing, we're going to use the ACAD tutorial, or ACAD template. For ease of video, I'm going to turn off my grid. And I'm going to do something you do not have to do. I'm going to insert or attach the image of the 10.3 tutorial that we're working on. That way we can work on it together. So this is the drawing that we're going to be working with today. It's dealing with a lot of fractions. Let's go ahead and set that up. UNITS to change our units. By default, it's set to decimal. We're going to change it to fractional. And our lowest fraction looks like 16. I don't see anything smaller than that. So right now it's currently set to an eighth. We want to change that to a 16th. Hit OK. Check and make sure. Yep, 3/16 is our lowest. All right. Now that we have that set up, let's go ahead and save our drawing. We hit the save button. It pops up that says save as. That gives us the ability to save the drawing and give it a name. I recommend making sure you put it in a folder where you keep all your work for the same chapter. And then name the file 10.3. And then hit save. You'll now see it's mentioned that this is the 10.3 drawing. Let's also set up our dim style, D-I-M-S, and we see dim style pop up, so we'll select that. Modify. Under unit format, change it to fractional, and set the lowest denominator to 16. Hit OK, and close. Now that we're all set up, we can go ahead and start working on our drawing. The layout sketch that's showing you here, you'll notice that it's mainly the front view and then the side view. And that's what we're going to go ahead and work on. The front view is going to have the majority of all the dimensions in this drawing, and it's going to be just projection, show the length of it, because there's no other changes in the depth. You'll notice there's only one dimension that's on this set of faces. All right. I'm going to go to Home tab. Start a line command. And our base is going to be 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. So I'm going to start a line from here, going down, 2, dash, which is a little negative symbol, 1, /2. All right. So whenever you type in a whole unit and a fraction, make sure you use the little negative symbol to go ahead and space them out. I hit the enter key. Then I'm going to go moving to the right. I'm going to do the same thing. 2-1/2. Enter. And then I can go ahead and start doing the drawing. I don't have any big details here that I'm going to need. So I have a 1 inch from here going up. So I'm going to go up, put in 1. Because I'm stubborn and don't want to do the math, I'm just going to draw a line going straight across this way. And then from here, I could take this mullion of dimensions here and use the copy command to place all these different distances, and then come backwards 1 for the 1/4 inch. So I have a 2, and then I have a 1/4 inch back. I also have a 1 inch, which is a center line. So let's go ahead and do those. Do a copy command, selecting this line here. And the first one's going to be a 1. That's going to be a center line. I'll change that in a little bit. Next one's going to be a 2. Making sure I'm going to the right. 2, enter. And then I'm going to right click, enter. Let me change this line to a center line so I don't forget. And then from this line here, I'm going to use the copy command and pull this back. I believe that is a 1/4 inch to the left. So I'm going to do 1/4. Then right click, enter. So after that 1 inch up, at the intersection of it coming back to here, it's going to go a 1/4 inch up again, and then a 1/4 inch forward again. So I'm just going to take a line. I'll just draw it on top. From this intersection here, I'm going to go up a 1/4 inch, 1/4, enter. And then I come forward, 1/4, enter. Let's see, do I have a height here? That is an overall given dimension of 1 3/4. So I already went 1. The difference would be 3/4. So I'll just go, oh, I already have a 1/4 inch though. So I don't want to take that into account. So 2/4. So I'll go up 2/4, enter. I could have written 1/2, but meh. Let's go ahead and make sure my math was correct. And take this dimension from here and go up to the top where the end point is. 1 3/4. All right, we're all set there. So from this point, it's going to go back, and it's going to intersect with a diagonal dimension. So I don't know what that number is going to be. So I'll just go ahead and project the line from here and just bring it back past the center line, just so I know it's just a run out. I don't have a specific measurement for that yet. I could have gone past the object, but I also have a run out here. It's going to be where the 60 collides here, this degrees. So I don't know what that is. So I'm going to go ahead and project a line going that way. I'll just go straight across. I no longer need these two lines here. They were just for the offsets, so I can delete those. And the lines that I drew on top are now visible. I can also trim, selecting this line here and getting rid of that, because I no longer need that here. All right, now to find out where that 60 degrees is happening. So from here, I'm going to come up 1 3/4, or excuse me, 1 3/16. So I'm going to select this and copy, bringing that up 1 dash 1 /1 6. Enter. Okay, so this is where my center of my 60 degrees is going to be. So that means that on this side, I'm going to have 30 degrees, and on this side, I'm going to have another 30 degrees. Total will be 60. What I like to do in cases like this is I'll start at the intersection, draw a line just going up like this, select that line, and use the rotate tool. And since I'm going in a counterclockwise direction, I'm just going to go ahead and go at the 30 degrees, 30, enter. So from here to here is 30 degrees. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the mirror command, select that line that I have there, and just mirror it, selecting my base point, moving up from there, and then selecting anywhere above that line, making sure not to hit anything that would change my angle. It then asks me to erase my source object. No is the default. If yours says yes, you will want to change it to no. I'm going to hit the enter key. And there it is. So now I have my 60 degrees. I can go ahead and check that using my angular dimension tool, selecting from here to here. And I can now see it's 60 degrees. So that's good. Now I can go ahead and use my trim command, selecting the V as my cutting plane to cut away any access lines. Since this intersected as well, we'll delete that. Then I'll use the trim command to cut away at the axis above, this side, and this little bit here. If you need to use the extend command, you can. If you didn't go high enough above the line, that's fine. All right, I'm going to take this reference line out. All right. Take a look at the drawing. All right, looks good. So from here, we're going to just do the right side view. Let's take out this dimension. And I'm going to go across, selecting all my line work. That is the layer 0 line work. I'm going to change it to object layer because it is complete. This might be a good time to save. So we'll save our drawing in case there's a power outage or anything of that nature. So now I'm going to project my line work across to do my front view. So I'm going to just take a line work and project it across. I'll use the copy command to place at every point. This I already know by looking at this view. If I was looking in this direction, this is behind a surface. So this is going to be a hidden line. So I'm going to make it so I don't confuse myself. Then I'm going to take a line work from here. I'm going to intersect anywhere along here. Then I need to know the depth of the piece, which is 2 3/4. Select this line, use the copy command, and move it across 2 dash 3/4. Enter, enter. And then I'm going to trim, selecting those lines on the left and right, and the top and bottom. And I'll just cut away all the excess. And as easily as that was done, this view is now complete. I'm going to go ahead and cross-select all the other layer 0 lines and change them to object. And there's our drawing. Let's go ahead and save it again. Now we can go ahead and start laying out our drawing. Let's look at an A-size sheet. Selecting inside the viewport and bringing our drawing over. This actually might fit it 1-to-1. I'm going to go ahead and just select this piece here and move it, being very careful not to select any snap points. Just bringing it in a little closer. Center that. Now, I can't do this because I have the little tutorial hint thing on here, but if you hit your center scroll button twice, let me go ahead and delete this for now, just temporarily. You can zoom in to the limits of your drawing. That will center it up and down, left and right. And then you can go here to change your scale. So if it's supposed to be 1-to-1, you would just set it there. All right, I'm going to undo what I just did there because I need that little hint thing for the rest of the lesson. But whenever you're centering your drawing, you can go ahead and use that center scroll button twice to zoom into the extents and then zoom to the scale. So I'm going to set this at 1-to-1. And I'm also going to turn off the grid so it's easier to see. All right, so now we have our drawing there. This looks good. So now I'm going to want to put in our dimensions. And also it helps to lock the viewport so I can't zoom in and zoom out, accidentally changing the scale of the drawing. I'm going to change my layer to Ano. Let me look at the example. So we have a dimension on the top here, giving us our overall. And then this piece here, and to the center line. Then we have our height going up and our height going to the V cut. And then our height coming from here up to this top part. We have a dimension here as well. Looks like they left out a dimension. It's very important for the drawing, as we're also going to need a dimension from here to here. It's that 1 inch. So there are mistakes in the book. It happens. But as we saw in the last tutorial, they actually missed the line work. So just be attention to what you're drawing and what you can do with it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting in my dimensions. And I'm probably going to leave that 1 inch right here with the 1/4 inch. All right, so let's go ahead and go back to our layout. Start putting in our dimensions. Let's switch this to linear. giving our overalls. I'll start putting in dimensions here. Depth of the V. How far to the center line? No, so overalls to the shorter side. To here. I'm gonna make sure to line it up with that one. Make it look nice, neat. And I'm gonna give a dimension to that one. And I'm gonna give a dimension to the height of this piece here. And then I'm gonna give a dimension from here to this piece here. And I'm gonna line up the arrows so it looks nice and neat. All right, then I just need the overall for the depth of the piece from here to here. And that looks like our drawing. Take one look real quick, make sure the model matches up. Oh, the only thing we're missing is the angle. So good thing we checked. And I'll change it to angular dimension tool. Selecting one, then two, and I can go ahead and put that dimension in here. And put it slightly above. It's going to add a little bit of length, but I don't want it intersecting with my center line. Once you will notice that it's in decimal with a fraction, I can click that. Right-click Properties. And I should be able to go my primary units, angular precision, and set it to 0, decimal. And then I'll close out the precision and hit the escape key. And there's our drawing complete. I'm going to select away from this. So at this point, you'll now go ahead and put one of one sheet. You'll put the project's name, the scale, drawn by, and your date. Once you've done that, make sure to save your drawing. From here, we're going to go ahead and print your drawing. So go to Print, Continue Single Sheet. If you use the correct template, it'll be saying Drawing to PDF, Monochrome. We can go ahead and preview our drawing, see that everything comes out the way we wanted. Check for any dimensions you're missing or anything of that nature. Once it is good, we'll exit this from here. You can then select the OK button. Once you select the OK button, you'll be prompted to save a PDF. Make sure you save your PDF with your other PDFs for the chapter. This has been your 10.3 tutorial, and I'll see you in the classroom. Bye-bye.